Hi, my name is Kennedy Hamblin, and today I have the honor of introducing Annie Leatherman. Between being a cheerleader for MUS, fearlessly leading Carillon, and, of course, being a student here, Annie has a lot on her plate. You'd think she'd be exhausted all the time, and yet she does everything wholeheartedly. Annie never seems to run out of energy, and she's always brightening the senior den or the hallways with her smile or her cheerful small talk. She can strike up a friendly conversation with anyone she meets, regardless of how well she knows them, and not many people can match her enthusiasm. St. Mary's and our grade are both better off for having her here, and I know that all of you will be better off for hearing her wise words this morning, no matter what she talks about. So give it up for the class of 2019's one and only Catherine Anastasia Leatherman.
My sister Eliza has asked me on multiple occasions if I live my life as if I were the star of a TV series she refers to as The Annie Show. My honest answer to her and to everyone here is that yes, I do. From before I can even remember, I have carried myself as if the world were my stage and I am my own spotlight. In some way, I think I subconsciously act as if a new episode of The Annie Show might start filming at any moment. The Annie Show started when I was little, and I would make my whole family, 2 siblings and both parents, come into the family room and watch me perform whatever new dance I learned or listen to me sing a song I probably made up. To say the least, I was definitely a show-off. Growing up at St. Mary's, my classmates have seen at least a small dose of this attitude. I can think of a few examples, but one in particular, which includes me in a blonde wig at the junior kindergarten tea party. I came to school with the wig and a British accent telling everyone that I was Annie's cousin from England. I probably did this to steal the spotlight of the tea party and show off my British accent, but no matter the motive, I was set on impressing my class. Later that day, a few doubters in the grade, Carson, pulled my wig off, and I immediately went into my overly dramatic meltdown mode and ran out into the hall crying. I know it's probably really hard for you to imagine me being this dramatic. Although I was all about the spotlight when I was younger, this attitude has carried into high school. I have always wanted to be someone worth watching. I would be lying to you if I said I didn't think I'd be famous by now. Freshman year spring break, I went to LA to visit my sister. There was a small part of me that genuinely thought I was going to be discovered by just being in the city. Not by auditioning or singing for American Idol. Nope, just my mere presence would somehow birth stardom. I really could see the headlines, small-town Memphis girl becomes a West Coast star. I really thought I was gonna become famous when Cameron Dallas pulled his table up next to mine at a cafe and asked me for my name. Yeah. Actress mode came on, and I pretended to be that totally chill girl who had no clue who he was, and responded with a very nonchalant, "My name's Annie, and you look so familiar." See, I made myself the star in that situation, and Cameron Dallas my adoring fan. But for some reason, fame has always eluded me. At the wise age of 17, I have come to accept this innate characteristic I was born with. I was born a show-off, yes, but I have found that my best characteristic is my confidence. I hold the self-esteem and self-worth that was instilled in me by my family growing up. The most engaged fans of The Annie Show have always been my family. I am very blessed to come from a family that is so tightly knit and supportive. Not only am I close with my immediate family and grandparents, but also my 3rd and 4th cousins. Not every girl has this opportunity, and I realize what a blessing this truly is. It helps that most of my relatives live in Memphis, but I also think it's the character of my family that has allowed me to know my roots so well. Growing up with such strong foundations, feeling so loved and supported, has given me the safety to be confident in who I am. I have learned that dignity and respect are 2 of the most important characteristics one can hold. In a letter my grandfather sent me over the summer, he wrote, "My dearest darling Annie, it's hard to imagine you are a senior already. You are entering probably the single most fun year of all. Remember your roots and always remember who you are. We love you so very much, Granddaddy." It is through these kinds of thoughtful acts that I know I am loved. Through my family, I have learned that everyone deserves the same kind of respect. As I am entering into the second act of my life, I've learned that the best plays are not centered around one character, but rather the most memorable stories shed light on everyone's importance. And in conclusion, I promise I will remember you all when I'm famous. Thank you.